Hello everyone, my name is Granados from the NihonGo Spring 2018 Senior Project. My team members include Eduardo, Porto, Miguel, Rischmaui, Gino, Tuero, and of course myself. The product owner is Asuka, Mashav, and our instructor is Masoud Sadjadi from the School of Computing and Information Sciences at FIU. So, NihonGo is a social platform for users to share unique travel experiences in Japan. The problem is that Japan is a country with major language and cultural barriers. It's hard to find travel recommendations that cater to a Western perspective. Areas off the beaten path struggle to attract Western tourists, and the idea is that our app would make these off the beaten path locations more accessible to Westerners. With our application, users can find, share, and use experiences in the form of these itineraries. Every itinerary is a collection of events with information such as its location, maybe a title, and some description about this event. At the home page, you'll be greeted with an interactive map that allows users to explore regions in Japan. There's also a profile system that allows users to track itineraries they create, start, and favorite. The blog section also contains information about visiting Japan, including its culture, currency, travel, climate, and transportation. A couple use cases and features that our app includes is a home page with an interactive map, a guide hub to display relevant guides, the functionality to view itineraries, to create itineraries, to start and track your progress in an itinerary, a user profile, and a login form to authenticate users. Here we can see the system design and architecture that we have for our application. We are working with React Native and use Expo as a compiler, and the UI components that we have, such as, for example, a list of itineraries, use Redux to call Redux actions. These actions query Firebase to store and retrieve data and authenticate users. The actions then dispatch reducers which alter the Redux store. The Redux store is the data store of the application containing information such as the current logged-in user, the list of itineraries fetched, and much more. When the Redux store is updated with the new data, it forces the UI components to re-render with new information, creating a seamless user experience. Finally, the router from React Native Router Flux controls the view switching between different parts of the application. We are using Firebase as a service, as a storage, database, and authentication service. And now for a quick demo of the application. So here I am in the home page. I can click on this drawer and I am going to sign out. I've already been signed in. And I'm going to sign in as a user. It is not necessary to be signed in to use the application. We have this user sign in functionality in order to create itineraries. So I put in my user and my password. There it is. Now I can go ahead and view, say I wanted to view the itineraries in Kanto. I can hit Kanto, view itineraries. And here's one that I might find interesting, Night Life in Kanto. There's also Tokyo Night and Sushi Food Tour, things like that. So let me go ahead and launch Night Life in Kanto. I can favorite, unfavorite and favorite it, and I can view the itinerary, and the itinerary is going to be a collection of lists of events, and each event is going to have information such as its title, its address, some description. Ideally, this would be a little bit more filled out. And now, say I want to start this itinerary. I'm going to click Start Itinerary, and I'm going to get this little touchable timeline on the left here. Now, say I completed this first event, I can hit Done. Second event, I can either click the bubble or I can click on the event itself and click Done. So now that bubble should update. And say I'm going to go back into the app to view some other things. I can now go ahead into this drawer and see the progress of that itinerary. So I'm about 2/3 done. I can click on the Continue Itinerary to finish it. So let's click on the last one. I hit Done, and wow, I finished it. Great. Now I can go into Profile, and I can see all the itineraries that I've created and itineraries that I've favorited. And here, there's some more info about me, bio, some info, and anything extra. And I can also edit the profile and change the images of the profile picture and the background picture as well. Now, another feature that this app has is the guides and tips. So here's where a foreigner would go and learn more about Japan while they are there. We have some guides about culture, currency, travel, weather, and transportation. So they can click into culture and read about, I don't know, Japanese memes and learn about their culture in that respect, and the art of the bow and how to be respectful to others and things like that. You'd also find information about their currency, about the yen, and for example, there is no tipping in Japan. It is not their custom to do so. And finally, one last feature is over here. I can go ahead and create an itinerary. Let's say I create this itinerary demo. I was doing this earlier, and I can hit click. I'm going to do it in Tohoku, and it has this description. I can choose an image, and let's say I'm going to do. That's a nice image there. This is an image of some bamboo garden in Tohoku, I guess, that I visited. It's super fun. I'm going to click add an event, and I can put in some title, some address, some description. And let's say you're going to be 4 hours in this bamboo garden. I'm going to choose another image, and this image is, I don't know, something in that theater. There's this beautiful flower I found in the garden. You should look at it for 4 hours. And I'm going to add some more information, an address, a description, and another 2 hours. And after that, in that same garden, they have this great sushi restaurant. You should go. It's really good. And there's a picture of that. Add an event. And now I can go ahead and submit itinerary. Now that the itinerary is submitted, remember that I created it in Tohoku, so if I click Tohoku, I can view itineraries, and I will see that demo itinerary that we created. I can favorite it. Oh, sorry, I can favorite it, hit view, and there is the itinerary with the flower and the sushi. And again, I can start it, I can favorite it, I can do all this like I did earlier. And that's it. That is the demo for NihonGo. In summary, this is a social travel application for foreigners traveling to Japan. It is built in React Native, it uses Redux and Firebase, and compiled in Expo, a live compiler. Now, users can find, share, and use experiences in the form of interactive itineraries. We also have an interactive map, which allows users to explore regions of Japan, and the profile system that allows users to track itineraries they create, start, and favorite, along with the blog feature that provides users useful information about Japan, including culture, currency, travel, and much more. There you can see our contact information, and thank you for listening to our presentation.